said I probably shouldn't have done what I did, but you ever get the feeling that something isn't all sunshine and rainbows like you used to think when you were in a relationship? You know how the subtle, small little things start changing, behaviors become different, you know? Well, always listen to your gut, okay? Because I was still a young spring chicken around this time, still bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, not really knowing how evil people can really fucking be. Especially the ones that tell you that they love you. Especially your man.
Nope.
Or, in this story, my man. You know, at the time, I was in a pretty happy relationship with this boy I met online, and that was my first mistake, meeting people online. But word to that one song, we both liked playing video games, watching anime, and we both roleplayed on Twitter before the age of Elon and the creator of Twitter, Jack, actually packing up and leaving this shithole behind, as he should, and we enjoy quality time with each other. Now, quick segue. Roleplayers, you may be asking, but let me break it down for you. As a TLDR, think of it like cosplaying, you know, and pretending to be your favorite character online, but without the cosplay. Anyway, so I basically grew up on Twitter, so I'm a super fan. I've been on Twitter since like 2011, maybe 2010. Oof. I feel like that says a lot about my age and my mindset. And I promise you, growing up on Twitter as a black girl in the anime space, in Annie Twitter specifically, I was in Annie Twitter in like 2011. If you know, you know, honey. That shit was fucking awful. So yeah, I had really low self-esteem. And it didn't help because the people on Annie Twitter would always berate black girls consistently. Even my friends did it. But, you know, everybody was young. We were all children on a site that we shouldn't have been on, doing shit that we shouldn't have done. But anyway, you know, at the time, I was recovering from a previous online little irresponsible relationship with an older man on the good old app called Kick. Who remembers Kick? Yeah, you remember Kick? Do you was on Kick, girl? Because I was on Kick. Yeah, doing shit we was not supposed to be motherfucking doing. I didn't really like the boys that were local to me because, like, the ones that I were around were, like, really weird. And they would literally sexually harass me.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
Anyway, I gravitated towards online relationships due to the lack of physical contact. You know, I didn't want no boy in my space. I didn't want a boy touching on me. I didn't want to kiss a boy. I did want to kiss a boy. And I did have a really obsessive crush on a boy at one point in time. But again, another story for another day. I swear. I wanted an emotional connection. And at the time, I thought I was grown enough to know what a proper emotional connection was. And I swear I tried. I definitely tried. Because when I was younger, I was looking at little psychological videos about like how to have like a proper relationship, how to like process your emotions and shit like that. Girl, I was going through a lot, okay? But I just wanted more of an emotional connection than a physical one, and I didn't really want people touching on me at the time. So the guy that I was with, we're gonna call him Charlie. So Charlie and I, we started out as friends at first, and then because we were always around each other and in Skype calls together, we grew to like each other. Y'all remember Skype? I remember Skype. Who remembers Uvu? Does anybody remember Uvu? Because I swear Uvu was the next best motherfucking thing after motherfucking Skype. I fucking left that shit down. Motherfucking down. Uvu was the best. But anyway, so yeah, we would be in Skype calls and we grew to like each other. It was very young love. And he was around the same age as me. I think he was like a year younger than me. I've always been a lover girl, and I've always wanted to be, you know, romanced and swooned and loved up on, you know, like how they be doing in like the movies and stuff. Because clearly growing up, I didn't have a real emotional connection with my father, so that's why I was on motherfucking kick. I'm doing stuff that I shouldn't have been doing, messing with men that I didn't need to be messing with, and looking for love in all the wrong motherfucking places because I didn't love myself enough. And I never really noticed the signs, even though that, like, I'm pretty sure, like, they were there. And looking back on the situation, they were definitely right in front of my fucking face. You know, in front of my big, beautiful brown eyes. I was delusional. All I needed was like one smack on the wrist, and then I'm good. I'm good. I understand now. But it would get kind of close sometimes. But, you know, there'll be times where he wouldn't call me or talk to me for days on end. You know, he had a secret private Twitter account that I didn't know about initially, but all his friends knew about it. And that was weird. And I thought that was weird. And we would have arguments and conversations about it because I was just like, why? Like, what? Like, it'd be one thing if you have a private account and it's private and only you have access to that account. That's fine. I respect that boundary. But, like, I'm your girl. And you got all your friends. And it's not just one friend. It's not two friends. It's not three friends. Not four. Not five. Your whole goddamn friend group got access to that motherfucking private account, but I don't. Okay, nigga, please. Anyway, so, and it didn't help that, like, he would always hang around like a bunch of girls and ERP with them. ERP is erotic roleplay, for those that don't know. And if you don't know what erotic roleplay is, or what erotic is, here it is on the screen. Now, not too much on me, because I was very communicative, or as communicative as a young teenager could be. I tried my best, okay? It wasn't the best, but I tried my best, okay? My problem was I kept giving him the benefit of the doubt, and I learned no man is worth that to this very motherfucking day. Anyway. And I learned no man is worth that, so we slowly started to have more and more arguments, and I would always feel like I'm not being heard, and my boundaries kept being crossed until it got to a point where one night he didn't do a sleep call with me. And I was growing more and more depressed and felt super neglected in the relationship, so I contacted my homegirl. We gonna call her Princess, because I still think about her to this day. It's been years. Okay, it's been years. She's still a bad bitch. I'm not in contact with her anymore, but I know she's still a bad bitch. Anyway, now, as a TLDR about Princess, she never played. She never played about me. And she did not like my boyfriend. She did not like him at all whatsoever. Oh my gosh. And, like, sometimes it was a bit too much. And I never really understood, like, why she cared so deeply, but that's just how she was. And she just cared about me and she loved me. And because I never had like a friendship like that or a relationship like that, I thought it was like kind of off-putting sometimes, or like it was like a little bit too much. But like as I've gotten older, you know, it's something I do appreciate when, you know, especially if my boundaries aren't crossed. I'm fine with whatever. I don't really care. But anyway, I just know that she loved me and she cared about me and she hated that nigga. So now I told her everything start to finish. We was in a call for damn near a whole day talking about this shit. Okay, like I was in the call crying, sobbing, like just breaking down, because like I felt like he was cheating on me. I felt like something was going on, and I felt like the relationship was like going to like we were going to break up. But like I didn't have proof. So since I didn't have proof, me and her, we got to talking. And before I really like say anything else, just know that Princess, she wasn't the rational or reasonable friend. Okay, she was the crash out. So I unintentionally made this situation so much worse by going to the crash out first before going to my older big sister like friend first. So, there's that. Anyway, we had the great idea of seeing what Charlie was up to. So I hacked into Charlie's private account, and what I saw in those DMs, goddamn DMs, oh my god, even to this day, that shit still makes me so upset. It had both me and my homegirl ready to cause hell. Fuck the cheating, because he was cheating, but it was even crazier. Like, ooh. Anyway, you wanna know what we saw in those DMs? Well, you'll find that out in part 2, because this is a lot to edit and I'm editing this by myself. Enjoy.